Hi everyone, Bernie here from Stamp and Eat, and I've got Rich here again tonight.
Hello.
It's 6:59. It's Tuesday, the 19th of December, and we're just going to wait for folk to join us. We always just come on a minute early just so that we can get ourselves ready to go live. So we're not sure who's going to be joining us today because it's holiday time in New Zealand, holiday time overseas. Lots of people starting to take their holidays already. Schools are closed, I think, in New Zealand already. If not already, they would have closed today, I believe. So yes, Christmas in 6 days' time. How is everyone's Christmas arrangements going, and are you ready? Are you traveling away? Are you staying? We're staying for Christmas this year. We're going to be having Christmas Day lunch with friends, and we might just hang out with one of our sons on Christmas Eve. Hi Mom, you still at home? I wondered, when are you leaving? What time are you leaving this morning? I had wondered whether you're still home, so that's great. Hello.
Good to see you.
Hello. Excellent. Well, let's get started. So let me not do what I did last week. I want to do this right. So switch cameras. Fantastic. Little bit of housekeeping. Guess what I just saw? Can you see, next year's a leap year. 29th of February. So just a reminder, we've got the mini catalogs. I have mailed out all the mini catalogs to my customers that have shopped with me in the last 6 to 12 months. If you would like a mini catalog, please let me know, and I am more than happy to send one out to you. I am not allowed to show you the inside of this as yet. We are only allowed to do that when it goes live on the 4th of January, but I can show you the outside. And just a reminder, celebration is starting January to the 29th of February. And celebration means for every purchase in New Zealand dollars of 110 or more, you qualify for a free gift with purchase. So there are a whole bunch of beautiful goodies in there. Now you will see my little ticker going along. I am going to be demonstrating at a live event on the 6th of January New Zealand time from 12 noon. Let me just bring this up closer to the camera. From 12 noon to 3 p.m. New Zealand Daylight Saving Time. The registration link is at the bottom, and it's also for over here. This event is unfortunately not open to demonstrators, but I would love it if you were able to join. There are going to be the most beautiful projects that we are going to be showing you on the 6th of January. It is a free event, so why not register? So please do, because I need to send you a registration link for the private Facebook group. All right, so that's housekeeping out the way. Tonight, I have decided that this week I am featuring a masculine card. And the reason for that is that I land up every single year scrambling for birthday cards for our twin sons whose birthdays are at the end of January. And then 5 weeks later, Rich has his birthday. And would you believe it? I never have mail cards ready. So I was super thrilled when I saw in the celebration papers that are free with gift with purchase that they had these free papers, and they are called, let me just shoot it up, Trusty Tools. And I cut some samples instead of whacking out 12 by 12. So there are some sheets with tools. There's some grid paper. There are some screws, a measuring tape. This is meant to look like those pegboards. This is a whole sheet that looks like a red toolbox. There's screwdrivers, gray background just for interest. Another sheet of tools that are different to those. Another paper with wing nuts, I think, and screws, hammers and nails, and then some green just as a background. So we're going to be playing with that tonight. Okay, so let me show you what we are going to do. I am going to be demonstrating this birthday card. Now, this is going to be one of my son's birthday cards, and I will show you some samples at the end of some of the other birthday cards that I have made, and they will be for the other son's birthday card. So, what have we got here? We've got some Lost Lagoon. I've used designer series paper. Now, the colors in this is Poppy Parade, but I don't own Poppy Parade, so I'm just going to move this here out the way because that light is shining on my glass mat. So I've used Real Red, and I will show you, I'm going to teach you how to color your own ribbon because I didn't have Lost Lagoon ribbon, so I will demonstrate that for you tonight as well. But what do you think? Do you think this looks like a blocky card? Do you like it? Oh, yep. And inside, I've just put another tool, and we're going to do some blending in there. All right. So for the card base, you're going to need to use half a sheet of A4. Now in Imperial, for New Zealand size, it is 8 1/4. And the sheet of paper is 11 5/8. So what you're going to do is you're going to score it on the short end at 4 1/8, and then you cut it in half at 5 7/8 on the long side. So you're going to have that. And then you're going to need a piece. I just want to make sure. Yep. Are they the same? Just hold on. Yep. You're going to need a mat. And this mat is cut at 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So we're going to build this mat first, because if you know me, I always teach my ladies when they come to card classes that you build your mat and then you glue it onto your card base. Right, let's see which glue is going to cooperate with me tonight. Whoops. Whoa. I wasn't sure which one is going to be the one that's going to work. So these squares, you can cut them at any size you want, but I do believe, let me just measure this quickly before that sets. The red is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and the designer series paper is 3 4/8, 3 3/8. So it's just a little bit narrower. And now we're going to do the ribbon. So let me show you how I've already got a piece, because I wanted to let that one get dry first. But I'm just going to set that to the side, and we're going to bring out a piece of ribbon, white ribbon. All right. Okay. And now I am going to bring, I just want to move all of this to the side because I have a habit of making a mess. So I'm just going to be using this little adhesive mat that has come with my brand new glass mat, which I'm super excited about. And I'm using my ink refill to pop some dots on there. It's always a good idea when you get your ink to actually buy the re-inker as well, so that you can re-ink your ink pad, but you can do it for things like this. So just apply some water. If you don't have a water painter, you just want to get some water on it. And now I am literally just painting my ribbon. You can, if you have, you can actually use alcohol blending pens for this technique as well, but I don't have this color, Lost Lagoon. So what I did was I just used my my re-inker and water painter So I just want to quickly clean this off with a baby wipe. And what you do there is you're just going to squeeze the ink out so that it is all out. And then I just like to clean that straight away. Okay. And now you will see I've got some ink behind there. And these glass mats, which are actually an incentive gift for brand new demonstrators that will be joining in January and February, they will receive a glass mat. So I'm going to leave this one to dry because it does take a while to dry and I don't have the time tonight for it to dry to wait. So I'll just set that to the side because I already have prepared one ahead of time. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to place your ribbon around the back like this. And I like to use, oh, just give me a minute. I just want to see if I not brought it with. Okay, let's get my tear and tape. So I'm just going to place a little bit of tear and tape here. And a little bit of tear and tape here. And then I'm just lifting up the release papers. Okay. This can be a bit tricky sometimes. There we go. Alrighty, so I don't want to put a lot on the edge here because I need to save this ribbon to tear it. So I'm just going to cut it over there. Okay. And now I'm going to place that extra bit and just tie a knot. There, and I'm all fingers and thumbs tonight. Like that. So in this way, if you've got any kind of ink and water painter and white ribbon, you can always customize your ribbon to go with your project, which is pretty cool. You don't always have to have the ribbon that matches every time. And now we can place it onto that square. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on. With a very noisy glue that's clearly almost finished. I'm just going to leave some space at the bottom because I do need to still stamp happy birthday. I tell you what, I've actually created another video that's going to go live on my YouTube channel on Thursday with another birthday card using the same paper. So by the time I've done this week, I've done all my birthdays for all the males. So one of these cards is going to be yours, Rich.
I look forward to that.
So now I'm just going to use some red that matches, which is real red, and a happy birthday stamp from my stash. This one's from Days to Remember. And I'm just coming down. The beauty of this glass mat is that I no longer have to put something underneath my cardstock when I stamp it because it's hard enough. So that is pretty cool. So if you're watching this on the replay and you live in New Zealand and you don't yet have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you have always been keen to be a demonstrator, I would love to have a chat with you about joining my team. So now I'm just going to cut out this drill. Now what I want to tell you is that I was able to pre-order these products, but I obviously had a budget and I decided I needed or wanted to get some of the other products. But this paper complements the Trusty Tools stamp set and die. And if you buy the Trusty Tools stamp set and die together, it will actually qualify you for the free paper. So that is pretty clever. Now I'm just fussy cutting a border around this drill set. And I'm always leaving just a slight border, not moving my scissors, but actually moving the paper. It's not a hard one to fussy cut. Okay. I've got to figure out which one of our sons is going to get this card, and then I'll show you the others and figure out which one of the other cards will go to our, which card will go to which son is what I'm trying to say.
Mum seems to think this card is for Stu.
I also thought it would be for Stu. Yeah, I thought the same. All right, so now I'm going to pop the drill bit or drill on some dimensionals. Okay, so this just gives it a bit of height, makes it nice and easy, or just gives it a bit of interest. If you can't lift it up, just poke your finger in the center and it will release it. I tend to find when my nails start getting too long, I can't lift these guys up properly. Okay, so we're going over the ribbon, sort of in the center. And now I can glue this onto my card front, or card, yep, card base. Okay, check it's opening up the right way. There we go. Right, Christmas card. I'm over Christmas cards. Birthday card, done. So inside, I've created a mat and I've got a little bit of a liner. So before I pop those in, I'm just going to take my blending brush with Lost Lagoon and just create a little bit, oh, actually, don't want to do that. I want to put it in the lid. And then I'm just going to create a little shadow here. And where's my paper? All right. What tool should we put in there? Should we put a screwdriver in there? Or should we put, what did I put in the other one? I put, I don't know, something. I don't know what its name is. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do a pliers. It's a safe bet because I know what it is. It's bad. I don't know my tools.
Pair of pliers.
This is a pair of pliers, yes. But I don't know what the others are on the sheet. I have no idea.
Well, you've got a saw, you've got a wrench, you've got a screwdriver, you've got a hammer, a pencil, another wrench.
Yeah.
Measuring tape.
Yeah, they're pretty easy. It's all these other tricky ones. All right. So the beauty of this paper is if you don't have the dies, they do apparently cut these out. But I figured I'd be able to create cards without having the dies, which is why I decided to get the paper, because I knew I needed to go and make blokey cards sometime very soon.
Mum wants to know if you have something to do with computers for your other son, for our other son.
Is in the annual catalogues there is a stamp set actually, which I'm ummed about getting, but I don't have it. It's got all kinds of very nerdish terms for computer geeks. I should actually get it. All right, popping that in. And this one can go inside. Gosh, this glue I think is really finished now. Okay, so that's going inside. Cool. I love it when I create the mats. It finishes it off really beautifully. Okay, so we've got 2 cards, 2 down. Okay, still got a few to do. So let me show you what else I created. So I created this card using the same ribbon over here, and I just used the paper and white, and over here I used the Biggest Wish stamp set. The Biggest Wish, I stamped the happy in Lost Lagoon, and I put the red in Real Red. So here there's no die cutting. It simply is the paper with some red rhinestones.
What's inside?
No, I haven't done anything. I've cheated on this one. I haven't done anything on this one yet. I usually only do that when I give it to somebody. And then this one is also using the papers. So here I've used the measuring tape. I've used is that a pliers?
Yep.
And I've used a hammer, and I've used a spanner. I'm going to know my tools by the end of this. And here oops, let me just turn that a bit for you. I've embossed that basic white in basics 3D folder, and then again used the same happy birthday there as what I've just used on this card here. Only difference is I just put it in black. So that is another way you can use the papers and all the papers. All of it is just using the papers, exclusively using the papers. So you've got 3 different samples. One of these I'll be demonstrating on Thursday night on a recorded video. And I've got 4 samples, 5, 6 samples here that I now have in my stash for the 2 boys' birthdays, for Rich, and for any other males whose birthdays we want to give cards to. So yeah, I think that's a really, really fun and easy way to make cards, bloke cards, and hopefully that inspired you to keep that in mind when the celebration comes out on the 4th of January. And even if you don't have these papers, yeah, the tool ones for sure, but the one that just has the papers and the ribbon, that is a very simple card to make as well for guys, because they often can be very challenging to make. So I hope that has been exciting for you to watch, and safe travels, Mom. Hope you have a wonderful time away, and to everyone else watching the recording between now and next Tuesday, we wish you all a very, very blessed Christmas, and we hope that you have a wonderful time with family and friends, and that you all experience the peace of our Lord Jesus Christ. We'll see you next week, and remember, until we meet again, to stamp, eat, sleep, repeat. Bye.